Hello, everyone. Good morning. Can you guys hear me? And if you can hear me, can you kindly type yes? Good morning, Mercas. Okay, all good. So I guess it's a go from everyone. How is trading going so far? Are you currently in any trades? So, as we always start, I would like to make sure, guys, that you subscribe and like us on YouTube channel. Good morning from the people, for the people from the live, YouTube live as well, who just join us, as I can see. So make sure you subscribe on the YouTube channel and on the Telegram channel, so you get all the notifications and you will never miss any webinar and updates. Okay. Also on social media, we post very important information. So guys, please just press the follow and the like buttons and you will be just perfect. So just before we always start, as you know, this is an educational webinar. It doesn't involve any personal advice. All the trades I'm taking in front of you, they are based on the way I see the market. And if you would like to take them, you make your own judgments. There is no obligation. Okay, it's just the way I see the market, the way I explain the charts on the markets. So what's in for today? We have some important news. It looks it's going to be a busy afternoon today with a bit of volatility in the market. We have the Fed announcing their interest rate decision. I believe many traders, we are a bit anxious to see if the forecast is going to match the outcome, okay, and really if they're gonna increase them from 1 to 1.5%. I don't think so they're gonna surprise us with increase more than 1.5%, but if they're gonna the actual it's gonna match this this number here, I believe we're gonna see a strong US dollar. Okay, anyhow, JBP US dollar, Euro USD, JPY USD, everything is on a downtrend. Okay, US dollar, it's still performing very, very strong this week as well, since Monday. So I think the focus is on this event today. So it's around 6 o'clock local time, Cyprus time. If you are trading intraday, just make sure you don't get caught in this spike volatility around this event. Okay, usually as a rule of thumb, I always suggest to people and to myself, it's something I do when we are trading on short time frames and especially around these news events. I'm just staying out of the market 1 hour before the event and about 15 to 20 minutes after the event. So because the market is going to react somehow, and on the intraday trading, you know that we put a pretty much tidy stop, about 10 pips, 15 pips max. So it's very easy to get caught in this volatility environment. Okay, now if you guys notice that every time I mention something, I try to give you also some part of the education concept, so to put your to increase your knowledge level, and also whatever I say on the webinars, it's the same concept I write also on the website for the replacement of zero to hero. So you're going to have a very good and solid foundation by just sticking around, and also when we're going to upload all the videos, you're gonna have everything in your disposal. Okay, so let's go to the charts and see what the markets are doing. As you know, we start from the pound USD, still on the downtrend. That's a 4-hour chart. You see, after we broke this low here, we had to reach this level here. We had this room to move. So that was a kind of safe space to move. Now, the market approached this support zone. It reacted a little bit. I hope you didn't get caught in any retracement trades and expecting that from here you're going to take a trade and go to a new uptrend. Okay, usually doesn't happen. If it's going to happen around support, sometimes the market takes a bit of time to create the new trend. In this occasion, we saw that few bearish candles, they came very strongly and they push lower. We have few support. If we're going to zoom out, I'll show you later. So the market is hovering around here. It's been for trading sessions. The Asian session didn't push lower, so we see the bars that they are a bit bullish. Now, if you want to short here, a safe place is to where for price to reach, if it's going to reach around this last broken levels. Okay, it's give you a better entry point. So if you zoom out and you go, or if you go to the weekly chart, remember we said on the weeklies, we want to see where do we have some of the, where we want to see where do we have some of the strong horizontal areas, support or resistance. So what do we see here? We have, let's find this one. We have these levels here. Okay, this area of support where previously the market pushed higher for a quite significant amount of time. Then the market months later tried to break through this support, and then the next session, the buyers, they retraced 100% of the move with a bullish engulfing candle. And then they create, since then, since February 2020, they created this uptrend, and price stayed away from this support for 2 years. So we expect when the price reaches these levels again, and guys, that's the concept of support. When the price is going to reach this level again, we expect a reaction. We don't know what kind of reaction we're going to have, but we definitely expect a reaction from the buyer side. Okay. That's why on the 4-hour chart, sorry, got a bit messy here. Let's delete some of this. Just bear with me for a second. Thank you. So on the 4-hour chart, we expect when the market it approaches these levels here to see a reaction. Now, if you believe and your trading plan suggests that you have to go short, then by all means find your execution and go short. For me, I'm just staying away from this pair at least until it's going to reach this area here, this zone here, and then I will decide if it's going to be based on the price action, if I want to sell it or not. Okay. Euro USD, we experience that Euro is performing much better than any other currency except the US dollar, of course. So after the US dollar, Euro is performing quite better than the rest. We see here we had this kind of double bottom on the 4-hour chart. The price broke through this high point. Now it keeps pushing higher. We will see what will happen if the market is going to push higher. If it's going to go on a pullback, maybe it's a good chance to buy around here on a pullback. We can be a bit careful with the target. We can just target up to here because we are on a retracement mode and we are not on an uptrend. Okay, so just be careful when this happens. And if you recall, we had some few trades here. From there, after the level got cleared below these low points here, I entered here. I had my stop with this engulfing. I took my profit somewhere there. Okay, it was about 4-to-1 reward risk. Now I'm just on the sidelines. I'm waiting for a clear direction on this market. Okay. Australian dollar also is performing with weakness in the market. All right, yesterday I had a position. I opened here on this low. I had my stop somewhere here, and then I closed just on 1-to-1. Okay, I lowered my risk here because we were approaching the support zone, so I didn't want to just get caught in any surprises. The market now is going on a correction mode as well. So at this stage here, I'm not looking to short directly from here. I'm waiting the market to come somewhere here, and I will see accordingly. But if you understand so far, all the markets we saw, pound USD, euro USD, Australian USD, they are on that correction phase now. So if you are trading this to the upside, or if you are entering aggressively right now, just manage your risk accordingly. Okay. Sometimes it's good to lower our risk because of when the markets are approaching support zones, strong support, and we want to sell to break through the support, it's good to lower our risk sometimes. Okay. Now, New Zealand US dollar. We took another trade. I haven't, I don't know if you also took it. It was from here, an entry point. We took profit somewhere here. It was 3-to-1 trade. Okay. Of course, the market performed nicely up to here. I didn't let myself be in the trade until this level. I just took the safe side, and I just had my take profit here. Now, New Zealand, it's also weak. It has the same behavior like the rest, creating lower lows. My only concern about all these markets so far is that, guys, they are on, they approached that, they hit that strong support here. Okay, so let's go to the next one. USD Canadian dollar. So let's go to the weekly chart. The weekly chart on this pair, it's the most clear chart to understand what the pair is doing. Okay, because the daily looks a bit messy now. The 4-hour, it shows completely different picture. If you go to the weekly chart, you see here this area, this price area. Okay, we call this an area. It's not an exact point. Okay, the market came around here. It pushed lower, revisit again, push lower. Now the market is approaching. But there is something else you have to see, guys. When the market is selling off, the buyers, they just pick up on higher prices. That's a pattern we call in trading. For those you don't know, it calls ascending triangle. And what does this pattern mean? It's that the market has a tendency to push higher instead of break lower. Doesn't mean that I'm saying to you just buy here on the resistance. I never buy on the resistance because we don't know if the pattern is going to hold or it's going to break. I'm just saying that be mindful. If you're going to short it, just make sure you don't be aggressive and you manage your risk accordingly. Okay, but on the buying side, I'm bullish on this market. I'm going to wait for a retrace somewhere. Usually I match it with 50 to 60% Fibonacci retracement. It's a bit unclear though, so I will be safe. I will keep myself around these zones here, and we'll see what will happen. If the market is going to push lower, or maybe it's going to just break through and it will never look back. Yen, it's the weakest. It's been a long time now. We can see that we experience a bit of retracement, a bit of correction at this stage. On the 4-hour chart, we can see it a bit better. We expect the market after this pattern here, we expect the market to push a bit lower because it's a steep incline. So we expect the market to correct itself a little bit before it's going to push higher again, and we will see what is going to happen with this pair too. Pound yen. Pound is very weak, as we saw. So after it bounced from this level here, as we said last week, this level, it was an important level. I don't know if you guys took a reversal trade from here with your stop there. You are in a perfect trade here. I didn't take that one. Okay, on the 4-hour chart though, we have this nice lower highs, lower low patterns. I had an entry here. I had an entry if the price was coming here. The price didn't came there. It just sort of on a steep trend line. That's okay. I didn't participate in this market. But if you were trading from here, you are in a good, if you had a stop there, in a good 3-to-1, 4-to-1 trade. Okay. Euro yen. Euro is strong, as we say. That's why you can see on the chart that it's bouncing higher as well. However, if you are trading on these cycles here, the lower highs, lower lows, just be mindful that we approach this level of support. Now, guys, sometimes I understand that when you see that I draw lines, maybe you don't understand why I draw the lines, where I draw the lines. It's gonna help you if you flip to line charts sometimes, and you can just see the swings in the market. Okay, here we have a swing, so the price sell off, then it broke higher, so we expect a reaction when the price is going to come around this level. Now, when we go to the candles or to the bar charts, we can see the high, which we can draw a line here, and most of the times we see a reaction out of these lines. In this case, on the euro yen, we saw the reaction happen yesterday. The price pushed higher. On the 4-hour chart, what I'm waiting to see, this is on my watch list. What I'm waiting to see, I'm waiting after this to push a little bit higher, a retrace here. That's an inverse head and shoulder pattern. But if it's going to make the lower high here, I'll try to get into the market and target these levels here. Euro Canadian dollar. Let's go to the 4-hour. Euro Canadian dollar, now it's on my watch list for a buy because it got away from the support, as we talked the other day. It made a higher high here. Okay. I was looking to buy around this level where I marked it yesterday, but unfortunately I wasn't in front of the computer at that moment to take the trade, and I forget to place my limit order to get me into the market. So I missed this out. Anyway, the market now, it made a new high. So I'm waiting for a new retracement. If I have also a trend line, if the retracement is going to happen around this level here, it's too many areas of confluence, and that's on my checklist. So I'm going to just execute. Okay, so this is on my watch list, and this is on my watch list. So if you see the same idea is that euro is strong and euro is strong, yen is weak. So I would like to buy a strong pair against a weak pair. You increase the probabilities for a better trade. Pound Canadian dollar. I had some orders from yesterday here to get into the market. Unfortunately, the market, it came up to there. It didn't touch my entry point. So I'm not in the trade, and it's time to get rid of this as well because the trend already sold off. Again, I'm trying to sell the pound against the Canadian dollar because we are in a downtrend. I like this downtrend here. It has a strong impulse, shallow retracement, strong impulse. If the retracement is going to stay somewhere around this level, I'll be happy to participate in this market. So this is also on the watch list. Euro Australian dollar. It's a bit still mess for me, guys. On the daily chart, we are around these areas of resistance, these obstacle areas, I can say. So I'm not interested to get into this Australian pair now. Pound New Zealand. Pound New Zealand, it's a good for my watch list, although we came around this high point. Okay, the price is around this high point. If we're gonna see a pullback, a shallow pullback like this is a shallow pullback because the buyers, they just stepped in very fast and they rescue the prices. Okay, a deep pullback, it's this one here, when the market is pushed higher and then it's selling off more than 50-60% of its initial move. But a shallow pullback like this one here, it indicates that the buyers are still in control and they want to buy this market. All right, so I'm going to wait for a kind of shallow pullback here. If it comes, then I would like to participate on the buying. Yeah, but if it's going to just go like this, I'm not interested to participate here because the sellers, they show aggressiveness if the price is going to just sell off up to there. Okay. Pound Australian dollar. It's been a while, it's just drifting sideways. I just don't see any high probability trade here on the 4-hour. We're just going from highs to lows. Doesn't show any direction. A clear direction, it's this one here. That's a clear direction. We see many sellers in the market, few buyers. Here we see many buyers and many sellers. That's equilibrium. Now we see many sellers, but we are around this support. So we're definitely going to see some buyers, but doesn't increase the odds in our favor to enter around these messy markets here. We don't see a clear trend. Pound New Zealand, that looks a good one. I like what I see here. We have this area here, so the price make an impulse move, this one here. So if it's going to come around this level, I will add it now on my watch list. So around this level, I will be on the sidelines to buy if I'm going to see a reversal price action here, like a bullish engulfing or a pin bar. Okay. Pound, euro pound. Finally, we broke through this area here, which it was a sideways move. Okay, due to the weakness of the pound and due to the strength of the euro, the market is also helping to push higher. So we have a trend line. We also have a trend line. Now, after these breaks, if the buyers, they are strong, the market is not going to retrace back to this zone here. That's what's happening most of the times. If the buyers, they're aggressive and they want to push the price higher. So I will keep an eye on that. If the price is going to come lower on the lower time frames, like 4 hours, I would like to participate and buy the euro JBP. So guys, for now, I see that euro yen, euro CAD, they are in a good uptrends. Euro New Zealand, pound New Zealand also in a good uptrend, euro pound in a good uptrend. Okay, we're going to choose some of them. We're not going to just blindly go and trade everything. Yes, then we're going to increase so much our exposure in the market. Aussie New Zealand, it's still in an uptrend. It's around this support, minor support. Due to the fact that Australian dollar is weak, New Zealand dollar is weak, I wouldn't like to participate in this market, okay? And gold, surprisingly, I had an order here from yesterday, so I have to close it. It didn't trigger. You remember we talked about this bullish engulfing, massive bullish engulfing bar, and then when this stopped right on support, remember I said I expect if the buyers, they're going to be strong to break, and if the market is going to retrace about 50% max, then on the 4-hour, we can see a reversal candle, which it was somewhere here in the middle of this candle, a reversal, but the market just solo. So it didn't give an opportunity. It didn't give a signal that buyers are in control. And that was just a fake price action on the daily chart. So what we can see here from this picture, the market looks still bearish, okay? It's following this trend. So any retracement up to this level here on the 4-hour, I will be interested to execute if it's going to still apply my trading plan, and I will target these levels here. Okay, I need to have at least 1.5 or 2 to 1 risk reward to take this trade, as you already understand so far. Okay, so let's answer a few questions in the last 5 minutes. Good morning, Theo and everyone. Is it divergence on the pound CAD daily? Let's, Andre's asking pound CAD daily, it should be divergence definitely from this picture here, but indicators, let's go, oscillators, yeah, definitely. Divergence, guys, it's when the price is making, on this occasion, when the price is making lower lows, series of lower lows, but an indicator, it makes lower highs. So the indicator push higher and the price push lower. That show us that the price is just trying to push higher. On every dip, there are less sellers and less sellers in the market, so buyers most likely they're going to take over. However, just be mindful about divergence. Divergence doesn't mean they're going to change the trend. First, they change the phase. They take it to correction phase. So don't be aggressive to see divergence and say, oh, okay, it's going to be a change of the trend, so I go immediately on the opposite side. No. Okay. Let's see. Okay, Andre. Then Padel is asking, was there any sign that pound USD low yesterday and there was a buy right there? Look, at every time the market it's approaching previous support zones, if we take the lowest of this one here, you see the lowest of this one here, Padel, it doesn't match with any low of this one, but it match with all this reversal happened to this area here. So if the market is going to sell off here or there or there or there, so it's going to react, it's going to push higher. At any area around here, we don't know. Okay, I don't know how to catch that type of falling knife trades. Really, I don't know. If we didn't have this one here and we had only this area here, this point here, accurate point, I will say yes, here we're going to expect the reaction because that's the only lowest point we can see. But where the market yesterday came at this lower point, it's a bit difficult to this point here. It's a bit difficult to say that from here it's a reversal. Okay. But again, if you're going to put your divergence, if you look for divergence, it should have some kind of divergence here as well. And Padel is asking, from the fundamental level, would you say with US high rate can make a new low today? Yeah, definitely with a fundamental level, if they're gonna change the interest rates. So Patel is asking if the fundamental level it's gonna play off as, let me show you here. Patel is asking, what if the fundamental here, they're gonna see an interest rate increase? What will happen with the charts? Can we see a new downtrend still on the go? And the answer is definitely yes. If they're gonna increase the interest rates, it means the US and the market, if it's gonna follow through, it means the US dollar is gonna get stronger. A strong US dollar, it can definitely push any other currency lower, any other US dollar pair lower. Yeah, of course. Thank you, sir. Bless you too. Guys, any other questions? Do you want to ask anything, or we're going to wrap for now? I don't see any other questions. Okay, everyone, thank you so much for your Thank you so much for your participation. I really appreciate it. I hope you gained some value from this session. Okay, I wish you a careful trading day. Okay, and I will talk to you on Friday morning. Okay, bye for now.